Barcelona, and here at a sales kickoff with a customer, and saw a opportunity, saw a challenge. I'll kind of give you the situation, challenge, or opportunity, and the resolution. SDRs, BDRs, they're about to place calls. Now, of course, account selection and prioritization is so critical for them. The challenge is that they spend a lot of time and calories doing research to being able to contextualize their conversations. Imagine some of that research. Who's using what product? How are they using it? Are there mistakes on their company's website that they can point out? Are there connectors between one solution and another? There's so much research that goes into prospecting. The opportunity or challenge that we noticed is that the SDRs and BDRs they don't trust the data that might sit in a third-party tool. They don't trust the data coming from revenue operations. And so they end up doing it themselves before they place a call. In this instance, they're looking for specific details on a company's website. They're looking for competitive threats. They're looking for opportunities to sell their product because their product can be easily visualized through mistakes on companies' websites. I'll put it at that. But the SDR needs to be focused on $500 an hour value creation. But unfortunately, between every call, and it doesn't seem like a lot at the time, they're doing $5 an hour tasks. They are logging onto the company's website. They're doing a bit of a deep dive. They'll make a quick video of the mistake, and they'll go into their own tool to be able to showcase how competitors or their market have had similar challenges. Then they place the call. Those minutes add up to hours. Those hours add up to days and weeks over the course of a year, and it slows down productivity. And so the opportunity, sales support. This is where you can have an offshore teammate. You give them a list of accounts, and they go through, and you give them a prescribed standard operating procedure playbook. These are the things I need you to look for on a website. These mistakes, these products, this type of research. You call it out, put it in an SOP document that visualizes it in Word format and video format, and they find it. While the SDRs are sleeping, imagine the SDR knows that these are 10, 20, 50 accounts they're going to engage tomorrow. The night before, the research is done for them, loaded into the CRM, and it shows them, here are the mistakes you want to point out when you're prospecting. SDR just needs to focus on the $500 an hour value creation, which is an account engagement. They can then take these, put them into a storyboard and a cadence and start engaging. They don't have to worry about the switching costs, which are, I'm moving to the left brain, research, finding yes, no statements like, should I focus on this account? Should I not? If I should focus on them, how should I engage them? Then they develop the right side of their brain, which is the engagement strategy. That's all taken off their plate. They can focus only on right side of the brain, which is account selection and prioritization is already done for them because all of the yes or no statements have been done for them. Offshore resource takes data and confirms, does the company's website have 1, 2, 3, 4? If yes, put in column A. If no, put in column B. Column B, don't call. Column A, let's engage them. And as we engage them, we already know what to say because the research has been done for them. And then they can make a call, they can make a LinkedIn message, they can send an email that says, hey, I've identified a problem on your website. Here's what we found. The time for knowledge exchange is, I'm going to show you that there are more mistakes on your site and your competitors are making similar mistakes. The exchange is, you give me your time and I'll book a meeting with you. So this is a huge opportunity. This is an example I saw just today. I'm watching teammates do tasks that are $5 an hour tasks where they could improve the yield and throughput for every SDR by taking that off their hands. What should you be looking for? Have your sales team follow your SDRs, your AEs, your AMs just for a day, almost with a stopwatch, and have them document it. Like if you look at a task like prospecting, the act of the phone call, The act of the LinkedIn message is the outreach is the five potentially, unless it's automated, very vanilla. That's a $5 an hour task too. But let's assume that this is highly contextual outreach and engagement. That's a $500 an hour value creator. The $5 an hour task is the account selection and prioritization, the data enrichment. What is their email address? Is it validated? What is their LinkedIn profile? Is that validated? Who are the key contacts in the account? So all the seller needs to do is press play. Take a day. Isolate those two columns. Column A, $5 an hour task. Column B, $500 an hour value creation. And what will take, typically we see, is the average seller will spend in a day 1 to 2 hours a day doing this. Over the course of the week, that's 1 week. Or that's 1 day within the week. 20% of their week doing administrivia. You buy that back from them. They gain that extra day times 50 days in a year, times the number of engagements they can do in those 50 days. Your yield dramatically improves, all for the cost of a pod, a singular person you put in the center as sales support. Now, if you want to know more about sales support as a service, offshore sales support as a service, go to getleverage.com. We can talk about the 3 levels that they, data enrichment that they tackle, CRM data entry, research and development, being able to help with coalescing information to prepare for meetings, for proposals. All of that can be taken off the plate of your sellers so they can focus in on the big stuff. I hope you're well. It is 6:00 p.m. in Barcelona, about to go out for dinner with a customer, and hope you enjoy and you find this valuable. And please share it. If you do, this is an opportunity to completely change the yield and throughput of your sellers, not by necessarily introducing some new tool and widget, but by deploying a resource to gobble up the $5 an hour tasks from the sellers so they can focus on the things that matter, that drive the business. Hope you're doing well.